Set up your vertical stream. Click that one. I think it worked. I think it worked. Finally. Yeah, that's okay. Ooh, it's working. Holy Moses. And now I think Twitch is broken entirely. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Great. Love that. All right, what are we doing here? All right. I think everything is running good now. Go to my channel just to make sure that that's not the right title. Go to my well, it didn't save anything I did. For fuck's sake. What a monumental. I'm so done. YouTube is just such a garbage platform. What's up, Ark? Just trying to stream on YouTube and it's such a garbage experience. I as an engineer, I would be so incredibly embarrassed. It's so bad. It's so bad. It requires so much effort from a streamer to set things up to get it to work. I can just push start streaming on Twitch. You know, I don't have to stop it to change settings. I don't have to do any of that. Yeah, it's atrocious. Which is crazy, you know. They've got this great infrastructure and all they just need to do is, you know, make it user friendly. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started with stuff. If I'm ignoring chat a bit today, it's because I'm going to be working on seeing if I can get a series started on YouTube, so we'll see. I just happen to stream it while I'm doing that. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out, you know? I have a premise. I have a premise. You know what I might do? Hold on one sec. Let me go over here and do something real fast. Trying to remember what I was doing. Why are you not showing me what I clicked on? Thank you. Here. Cool. There we go. Gonna back up this save file where it's at. All right, so I bought a museum. That's right, I bought a museum. Yeah. So I was looking around. I have tried to play Farming Simulator previously, and if I can recover any of that footage, well, I'll just cut to how poorly that went, or how great that went. I meant how great that went. Yeah. So this is my second try. This is only my second time ever playing this game. But I was looking around on the mod hub, and I found a Smoky Mountain map, which made me nostalgic because I'm originally from Tennessee. And on this map, while I was looking around and exploring the things that I might want to do on this map, or what I might want to build up, I found this place. Because I know I want to do some logging to start out with, because that seems like the most interesting to me of the things that you can do in this game, early on anyways. And I found a grain elevator museum. And I thought to myself, wow, what a great opportunity to buy a museum. So that's what I did. I bought a museum. Now, I have no idea how this works. I assume, because it says required materials for the next step, which is wood beam and planks long. And I'm assuming that means that we can get those things and make those things. And then, you know, build it up and restore it. But it says materials to the next step. I don't really know what that means. I'm assuming there's multiple steps. Maybe there's just one and it's just a game mechanic. Maybe there's multiple steps. I don't know, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to restore this grain elevator museum. It's a museum inside of an old grain elevator. It's not a grain. It's not a grain elevator, comma, museum. Wait, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. And if you don't, that's on you, man. All right, so all I have to my name is $2,000 and that pickup truck that has a short, flat bed. That's it. We got to figure out how to make this work. Now, in my last attempt, I did go down the logging route, and that's what we're going to do here too. I've added a lot more mods to add more tractors and more items because first time I started this game, I didn't know the mods were just kind of built in. I was like, oh, I don't want to cheat. I didn't realize that that's just how everybody plays. I know that now, thankfully. So, yeah, we don't have to make it super hard on ourselves. I'm going to focus on smaller trees so that I can cut longer pieces. I don't know where my farm ends at. It might be, yeah, I'm outside the farm right now. But, so we're going to have to go back here. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to load up. All I have is the truck, a chainsaw, and $2,000. And the $2,000 is just for fuel and incidentals. That's it. That's all I can use it for. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started. Make our way over into the forest, find a good place to start cutting down some trees. And yeah, figure out how long this is going to take. It's probably going to take a while. Yeah. Oops. This thing's got some power. How's the audio? Is it okay? Is it okay for you guys? Alright, so this looks like a pretty good place to start out. Let me make sure. Yeah, I'm right in the middle of my little plot of land. I do not have a whole lot, so we gotta make the most of what we've got. But this guy can't really carry a whole lot, so we're gonna have to get a trailer or something pretty quickly. I really like this truck though. This is one of the mods that I downloaded. This is the unlabeled Ford F-150. I'm sorry, it's the legally distinct off-brand F-150 that also has the trademark F-150. You know, let's not worry about the legalities of the vehicle that I drive. It is none of your business. Understood? Good. All right. So first thing we need to do. Let me think. I need to chop stuff down. Is there something else I needed to do first? Oh yeah, here's what I need to do. We're gonna put the time scale on real time for now, because we want time to pass, but we don't want the seasons to pass just yet. That's not something we want. So I think I'm gonna start with this tree. I think we'll start with this tree right here. I do have the forestry helper mod, and I don't know how heavy this wood is. So all together. Oh wait, hold on. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I can just pick this all up. Maybe we do need to go for slightly bigger trees, because I don't think this is gonna sell for jack. What's it worth? 96? No, that's not worth anything. This right here we'll put down on the bottom of the hill, and we'll throw that in a wood chipper or something. I think that's probably best for you. So we'll just throw that stuff down there. Okay, so we need a slightly bigger tree than that to start with. How about this guy? This doesn't seem so bad. What kind of wood is this? Scotch pine? I don't think those sell for a lot. Maybe not. What else do we got? Let's see. What is this guy? This guy is aspen. Aspen sounds fancy. Aspen sounds fancy. Let's try that. We'll try that. Yeah. Chop this down. Load this up on the truck, yeah? All right, so yeah, there we go. 789 kilograms. Let's try like 3 meters. Yeah, that's like right there. Let's see if 3 meters. If I can lift that. No. No, I can't. It's 281, so we gotta cut that in half. Maybe 3 meters of the next section, though. Yeah. Alright, this is gonna have to do. We'll have to make do with this. Don't roll. Stay good. I hate all this underbrush. Just really gets in the way. Alright, so... Alright, let's see. What do we got left? This is 700 or 506 kilograms. We'll try the full size on this one. Right up there. See how close we are to 200 kilograms now. 218. That's a shame. Okay, let's just chop the end of it off. Alright. That'll do. We do want to take all these little pieces too. We're not going to get anything for them, I don't believe, but we'll take them. That's a little longer. Let's see what this is worth. Let me take a look at it real quick. So that's worth 270. Alright, so 270... 195, 148. Okay, okay. This is doable. This is doable. We can make this work. What do we got left? 288. So we'll try to cut this guy kind of in half, I guess. Yeah, right about there. Length is acceptable on this one. Need to get the stuff off of it, though. I need to clear out a bunch of this underbrush. It's gonna be one of the major things that I need to do here. It's really hard to see what's attached to the tree and what's attached to the ground. Alright, I'm gonna try to be cautious here. This flatbed is not exactly perfect for this. But I didn't want it to be perfect. I didn't want to start out with things being too easy or too modded. I've never really played the game, so I don't want it to be too challenging. But I don't want it to be too easy, so... This might not work out at all, because it might end up just being too difficult, because I don't know what I'm doing yet. Which is totally plausible. Alright, let's put this down, let's clean it up. Did I get all of it? Alright, so this one is good and length is perfect, and it's good. So it's 7.6 meters. Perfect for this particular tree. Let me get it over here so I can clean off the rest of it. Alright, it is a bit long for the truck. That's okay though, because we will... Nope, don't do that. I need to... Hold on. So you do that. It's okay, we'll do one of those long load things on it. We'll get it picked up and we'll strap it in while we've got it lifted. Alright, so I think we should get at least one more. Manchurian red. That seems like a lot to do manually. Trying to look for trees that aren't going to be terrible for us to chop up manually. Like, here's another one of these guys. This is probably the best idea here. Kind of focus on the aspens, maybe. I mean, we could do the Scotch pines. They're not terrible. They're pretty straight. But I don't think they sell for much. And we really need the most bang for our buck. I think that this guy is going to be as good as it gets. I'd move the truck over here, but that'll just be a pain, you know? So, I don't really want to do that. Alright, let's get this guy going. Alright. So we know 3 meters is a little bit much for this guy. So let's try like right there, and then we'll do 3 meters from there. Yeah, that'll work. 223. Bad length, but, you know, that's what we're working with. Right there. Don't want this guy to fall off. I don't know how to make it stay. Alright, now I think 3 meters might be good now. Let's go the rest of the way on this guy. Alright, so let me go right there. Hopefully that's not too much. 256 kilograms. Damn, that's okay. We'll chop it off right there. That ought to be it. 213. Damn. Okay. 207. I'm trying to chop off the little pieces so it doesn't leave a bunch behind. Hey, man. So that's perfect and bad again. Perfect shape, bad length. Just gotta deal with it. So I bought a museum. This is the museum that I bought. And it's a grain elevator. It's a grain elevator museum. So it's a museum in an old grain elevator. I don't exactly know what that means, but I bought it. I have $2,000 to my name, and we are logging for work. That's what we're gonna do. So we're chopping up trees. Any of the ones that are too small to really chop up and sell, we're throwing down here because we're gonna wood chipper them later on. I think that's the direction I'm gonna go. I don't want to stay with wood chipping for too long, though. I want to get into lumber. And I think what I want to do is buy these back here eventually. They're very, very expensive, though, so it's going to be very difficult to do that. We might have to take some contracts. We might have to do things that we just told ourselves we would never do again. Just to get by. Yes, you can fix this up. I don't exactly know how this works, but it requires 6,000 liters of wood beams and 6,000 liters of planks long for the first step. I have no idea how many steps there are. I don't know how long this is going to take. All I know is my goal is to build that up and build a successful lumber yard. That's my goal. I also couldn't tell you how much 6,000 liters is, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. I imagine 6,000 or 3,000 2-liter bottles. That's 160. Oh, I could have gone a little longer on that one. That's okay though. That's a good length. 3 meter is an acceptable length. That is the shortest length that sells decent, I think. Thursday. Maybe Wednesday. I'm unsure, if I'm being honest. Alright, this is 190, 89 milligram. Yeah, 190. That's about right. Yeah. Oh, I just did the dog bone thing, dog stick thing. I just did it again. Oh, my other one fell off. All right, let me see if I can get this here. We're gonna realign these a little bit. That way I can put these on top. I might just have to chop them down. I don't really want to because they're not really worth much. Yeah, the length is perfect, so I don't really want to do that. See if we can drive with it like this. It's not ideal. I think this is good enough for our first load, though. Just to pretend that we've got nice red flags on the back of these to let everybody know what's going on. Yeah, so this is brand new. The old save wasn't gonna work, so this is brand new. And I'm recording this again for YouTube, so hopefully I can edit something down together to put up on YouTube. So we'll see. Okay, so we got to take this stuff over to the sawmill. And I think it's actually just next door. That's the paper factory. That's... Nope. Stop. Oil mill. That's carpentry. Actually, I think is there not a way? I believe there is. To see. Here we go. Prices. Need to find wood. Straight up wood. Yeah, so the paper factory, carpentry, and sawmill. This is actually the most expensive one right here. The carpentry. That's what they'll pay the most for it. So that's right here. So let's tag that. Yeah, I have lots of mods. We're playing it correctly this time. Alright, so this is the carpentry plate. Oh, goodness. Oof. My truck's a little sporty, you know. Got a little slip and slide action there. Alright, let's jump out right here and see what we got. So, I know it tells me how much each of these is worth, but I'm kind of ignoring that a little bit just for the fun factor, because it's exciting to see, you know, what I'm going to get. Also, it's very loud inside this place. It's very loud. Alright. Let's sell. 2,160. Not bad, not bad. Alright, let's get back over to our land over there. And we'll take a look to see what kind of options we have for anything that might be able to help us. So we can plan out exactly what it is we're looking to purchase first to give us the most bang for our buck. It's nice that the carpentry place is just right there, though. So yeah, we're gonna have like a nice little parking lot here, overlooking a little area here. We might put some stuff back there, build this up a bit, and then have the lumber business, a little road right here that goes up. I'd like to buy this place next door too at some point. The paper factory. It's only worth 60,000. I'm assuming maybe I wonder if I get money. I'm gonna have to do the intro a million times, aren't I? Hi! This is my second time playing Farming Simulator, and I bought a museum. We're in the Smoky Mountains. This is a new save. We started over. We got a whole new plan. I need like a command or something so that I don't have to repeat myself every time one new person comes in. My viewer count is broken, by the way. I thought that I had one viewer, but clearly I actually have more than that, but the viewer count is just broken. Yeah, so we're on the Smoky Mountain right now. I bought this museum because I've just found it on this map, and you can build it back up or whatever. So I thought that would be a good premise for like some streams and YouTube videos potentially. So yeah. So if I start ignoring you guys, that's because I'm making content. Oh, also, let me do this real quick so it's a little nicer for you guys. I think if I do that, yeah, now you guys can actually see. Press 1 in chat if you're here. All right, so let's take a look at what we have available to purchase. So I'm gonna ignore that. So the cheapest, I don't know if we even need a tractor anytime soon. Yeah, so I have it sorted by price now, which is really nice. So this is the cheapest that we can buy at 12,500. But it only has 26 horsepower. For a couple thousand more, we can get considerably more horsepower, which is nice. Let's see. But I want to decide on what I actually want first. I did try to add mods in such a way that like it's more evenly spread. That was kind of the goal. All right, so there's that. But then also, let's go look at trailers. I didn't add a whole lot over here, I didn't guess. But I do have the self-made trailer. This is more like what I was talking about the other day, like the kinds of stuff you would see on a farm are these kinds of things right here. Like these just thrown together, very cheap. But this would be great for logs right here. So we might actually buy that. And this needs a tractor, so... Well, we might actually buy this one. Yeah, so looking at these, one of my best options is this self-made trailer here. Something nice and cheap. You can imagine you got it from the guy down the street. He's just trying to get rid of the old trailer he's had. Gave it a new coat of paint. That's a spray can blue right there. Yeah, the welds aren't super great. He threw on some new tires. At least got those aired up. Gave it a good underbody spray. What I like about it though is you can change the hitch type. So when we do get a tractor, we can continue using this. We don't have to buy another one, which is really nice. This one doesn't have that. This one you can only, even though it has the bolts where you could put different hitches on it, this one only supports the tractor hitch. And although it is bigger, it can carry more. Well, sort of. It also has a thing on the back, and there's no way to take that off. It's not as good for logs. I would argue this is the best one for logs. So, let's take a look at the other stuff and kind of plan out what we're going to do. So later on, one of the things that we want to do, let's go down to forestry. Yeah, down into forestry. Get the wood transport. This is just in the wrong category. It's a pretty cheap option here that also has a ball hitch, which is really, really nice. So this is a really tiny... This is also an option. You know, we could save up a little extra money and get this guy. Because this has a teeny tiny crane on it. It can't hold a whole lot. I think we can actually put more on the other one, but we can't lift it, right? So we can't lift longer logs for the other trailer. This can have longer logs on it, but it's super weak. You know, it can't carry big ones. But this is the kind of thing that, you know, where I grew up, this is what you would see. This is the kind of thing you would actually see behind pickup trucks and stuff. So that's another option for us. And then obviously for a little bit more, you can get this, but it requires a tractor, you know? So that's the trade-off, right? It's a slightly different paint job with some more customization options on that one, so. Oh, I've never seen anything like that behind a semi. Behind a semi, I actually see like full size stuff because the semi can actually pull it. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else that's like, there's the wood chippers, but that's way outside range. That's like, that's when we get to the cleanup phase. When we start cleaning stuff up. Look at the mulchers. There's a cheap mulcher here, but again, that. Oh, with the cranes? Yeah, no. Like, this is a small... This thing's tiny. So this thing right here is literally... This is the same length as that trailer I was just looking at. This is a teeny tiny crane. This one is a much bigger crane. This one's like twice the size. 3 times the size. Let's see... Forwarders, huh? That'd be nice later on. Yeah, we had a guy that used to take trees down that had one of the small ones behind his truck. So he only used it for single tree removals for like large trees. And it could only do, I'd say it could probably only do like 800, 900 pound logs. Very handy, though. Very, very handy. Let's see. Do we have anything else that we can take a look at while we're here? What is in miscellaneous? We do have other trailers in miscellaneous, I guess. Now, something interesting about my truck. My truck can get the fifth wheel additions. So if I actually go, I can show you guys in here. If I go and I look at my, yeah, this one. So go to attachments. Yeah, so you can get the fifth wheel hitch on this truck. So that's an upgrade too that we can get that will allow us to get bigger trailers. That's what we'll swap that flatbed over to when we're ready. Get an F100. The 1956 F100. Or the 1970s style F100. I think for a truck upgrade, something like this would be good for us. But I don't want... Can you do... Wheel setup, that's rims, front, bumper. Can you do... Yeah, long chassis, but I don't want the extended cab. Wonder if this one only comes extended cab. The extended cab is nonsense. Ah, you can do extended axle width, which is nice. This one's pretty customizable. It's pretty cool. Yeah, every one of these is the extended cab, which is silly on a long bed. But yeah, we've got a good truck for now. We're not going to get rid of that truck either. We're not going to sell it. So we don't have any additional front loaders. We don't have any additional skids, but this guy right here, this New Holland skid would be really nice to have. That's probably what we're going to try to work our way up to early-ish on. All right, so I think first what we need to do is we need to figure out what kind of trailer we're going to go with. Do we get the self-made, the homemade trailer so that we can just load up 2 loads? Or do we get or do we save up a little bit and get the crane? Because that's an option. Doesn't hold as much. We should be able to pull it in our truck, though. But these can be longer, and they could sell for more. I don't know. I think... Let's go ahead and get another load or 2 under our belt. And then we'll kind of decide from there. I think that's what will work best. Just kind of scouting for the best trees to get at the moment, though. Maybe what we do is we get a little less discerning with the trees, just for now. And we start the grind of clearing all this out, because I do want to clear all this out behind the elevator. And then what I want to do is have like a different area up here with different buildings and stuff. So maybe we just take these trees down and carry what we can and let stuff that we can't carry yet pile up. I think that sounds like a good idea. This is a big one. We're not going to be able to carry almost any of that, though. I don't know. I don't know, guys. These guys aren't worth a lot. And these are very large. Alright, I think this one will work. Let's try this one. I've decided that I want to go for the crane. I think that little crane will help us out because we'll get better links on stuff for the size. I think this is still going to be too heavy for us at 3 meters. Yeah. 308 kilograms. We'll just split this one right in two. Maybe this one we can get away with. $205. Damn, that's rough. Let's just chop the little end of it off. Puts it at 197. Nice. Alright, I'll take this over to the truck. Start throwing stuff down the hill. Might be easier. Alright, so shape is perfect. Length is acceptable. That's what we want. It's not really worth a whole lot. This wood isn't worth a whole lot. In general. Yeah, current value. Very, very cheap. Let it roll down. Also, I still haven't figured out how to take bushes down. You would assume you can do it with the chainsaw. The length is going to be whatever size. The longest I can actually carry. That's what I'm stuck with right now. The optimal length is between 7 and 9 meters. For selling to like sawmills and carpentry and stuff. All right. Can make this one a little longer, I think. $206 kilograms. Damn. Let's chop just a little bit of it off. There we go. And this one is perfect and acceptable. Nice. Shoot that down there. So shape, acceptable. Length, acceptable. A little too heavy for us, though. So let's go down. There it is. Perfect. Let me... Oh, almost got all of it. Put that down there. Is that? Let's go back. Where'd my tree go? There it is. Alright, I think I'm gonna leave this for mulch. Well, current value is 158. It's actually not bad. Actually not bad. Compared to the others. It's just very hard to see anything up here. No one is... I've literally asked a billion times, and literally no one has told me yet how to get rid of shrubbery and brush. Like, if I hadn't asked, 15 people would have appeared from nowhere to tell me. That's the funny part of being a streamer. Nope. By funny part, I mean the part that makes me want to cry. A mulcher? Yeah, I can't do that yet. I was hoping there'd be something else. I could have installed more hand tool stuff. I did not, though. Alright, let's put this right there. And strap that down. I could use the landscaping tool to just kind of turn this into grass and stuff. That is a thing. I don't think that's cheating either, because it costs money. And I do not have a whole lot of money right now. But it might be helpful. At the moment. Alright, so our most... Yeah, these are slightly skinnier, and they've got good money. Let's take this guy down. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get... I might just leave the trunk. Oh shit, he's too thick for this chainsaw. So I'm going to have to leave that anyways. I like these trees because it doesn't have a whole lot of big branches that you have to get rid of. They're nice and straight already. Less work. But again, you get less money for it, it seems. Alright. That guy cleared out. And let's see what's the heaviest we can do here. I'm going to say maybe like right there. That's probably still too much. This is a thick tree. Yeah, that's 344 kilograms, so not really wasting much by cutting this guy in half. Shape is perfect. Length is bad. I didn't lose a whole lot of value on that though by cutting it in half. So, I think that's okay. Up there. I think we'll do another couple loads, and then we'll get that crane loader, so we could do longer pieces, but we won't be able to carry as much. So I think that's an important thing to keep in mind. I'm going to try right here. 350. No, I'm getting this all wrong, guys. Yeah, that's going to be too much still. Let's try like right here. And then that's 194. Nailed that one. I'm going to say like right about here. 198. Nailed that one. So where's the... It's there. So I'm going to say right about here. Ah, messed that one up. Just gonna keep chopping ends of it off so we don't have like little pieces. You lose value, but you don't have a bunch of little pieces hanging out. Okay, there's that one. This one I'm gonna do right about here. 173, that'll do. I'm gonna try this one, but I think it's still gonna be too heavy. Yeah, that's 294, so we'll cut it like right there. 79 and 214. Okay, so we'll cut that there. 207. $198, perfect. 79. 422. I'll cut it like right there. 174. This one's 248, so we'll just cut right there. Yep, that'll do. That'll do. All right. There's a very tall tree. So let's get this stuff up here. Be a little careful with where I place it because I want to be able to get the others on here too without everything rolling off. I'm wondering if I can get some sides for this, if I can put a different bed on this guy. We should probably check that out. The trailer that we could have gotten has sides on it, which would make stacking stuff easier. Alright, that's going to have to do. I just wish the hitboxes were a little bit more accurate. I think that would make it more fun. Also, I wish the physics were a little bit more realistic so that things didn't bounce all over the place. Things that shouldn't bounce shouldn't bounce. I mean, what am I saying? I'm literally lifting 200 kilograms at a time, slinging it across like that. Yeah, like if I go over train tracks, it shouldn't launch all my goodies, you know? That shouldn't happen. I shouldn't be able to launch a log underneath my wheel. Sure. Go to this side. Let's grab this. Keep accidentally slinging stuff. Where did this guy come from? Is this one that I missed earlier? All right, just remember, there's a red flag on the end of that. Definitely a red flag. Notifying all people. I'm trying to be more realistic with how I stack stuff. You know, it's not fun when you're just, you know, cheesing things. No, I need you to be a little bit further over. Hold on. Like that. Like that. And can I get another one in there? No. That'll have to do. Alright, so we're all loaded up with our second load here. Hopefully I get a little bit more money than I got before. You know, it looks a little precarious, but, you know, old country roads, there's not a lot of traffic. I like to imagine that I've got my red flags on for, you know, kind of a large load. Nobody out here. This is an old country road right here, so... And I'm only going a block away. Alright, so here... Oh no. Oh no. Well... This is awkward. I'm gonna try to unfasten, then refasten. Let go of my limb. There we go. Okay, okay, okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. You know, sometimes a little property damage can be offset by bringing a good stack of wood. Alright. Alright, come on. Be over 3. Over 3 and I'm happy. Oh! Just under 3. Oh, man, that makes me a little sad. Just under 3. So close, though. It's not bad. It's not bad. Another couple of runs like that, or maybe a slightly better run than that. And we'll have enough to get our next upgrade. So I think that's, you know, just got to keep the eye on the prize. I think I'm going to go ahead and just grab a tree from up there, chop it so that it comes down here. Maybe that guy right there. I would do these trees, but these guys, these oaks, nah, we want to save those for the lumber mill. We definitely want to save those for the lumber mill. Now, we could try this Manchurian red pine. We could try that and then leave the big heavy part and just grab that up there. But I feel like that's going to be a lot of work. There's this guy. This is probably... I mean, this is another Scotch Pines. Again, these don't feel like they sell for a lot. However, they're easy to cut. And easy to load. Yeah, so I think that's what we'll do. Do this one. Or wait, is this one? Yeah, here we go, here we go. This one, this one, this one, this one. I forget which way to cut. Oh, that's a Manchurian red pine, but it's a skinny one. Okay, let's do this one. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. All right, let's do this. Is this correct? No, I think this is wrong. Nope, that was right. Cut in the direction you want it to go. All right, perfect. So now we just need to see if we can get some cuts that are under 200 kilograms. How's this one? 238. I kind of screwed that one up. How about this one? 208. No, wait. 136. Oh, that's significantly lighter. How about this one? 186. There we go. There we go. All right. Let me see if I can get rid of all of these now. And then we got some big branches down here. Actual big branches. All right. There we go. Climb up the hill. And yeah, so let's put this down there. Down there. This one I can't. So I'm just gonna cut this one in half. These are still worth more than the others at that size were, so we'll throw those down there. Let's try like right there. Out 255. So let's do right there. 204, damn. 201. 200. Is that light enough? Nope. It's 201 or 200 and 0.1. Still no. Wait. Oh, got it. 200, perfect. All right, so let's load this one up there first. Let me get rid of... Wait, this is a bush. Where did this bush come from? I don't remember a bush being there when I parked there. All right. Let's go here. I'm going to put these up here like this along the edge. All right. So let's get the... Well, let's cut it right here because we kind of have to. Oh, 255. Damn. Okay. That sucks. Acceptable length, 190. Okay. All right. All right. That's fine. That's fine. Then what we do is we cut this guy off. $87, good, bad, except, okay, everything here is now acceptable. Put these, I should put these on top. Put those on top. Put this one in here like that. This one right in here. That. You know, you gotta take pride in the work that you do, you know? You gotta take pride. You gotta make sure everything's stacked nice and good. Actually, you know what? I've decided that the phantom movements make me nervous. Alright, let's put that. Actually, let's not do that. Let's do this. Like that. Oh, where'd that go? Oh my god. I didn't mean to do that. Weighs 87 kilograms. It's almost as much as I weigh. And I just launched it across the field. Alright, do that. Oh. Stay down. Oh, okay, hold on. There we go. That's actually not bad. That's not bad at all. Alright, that's the tree that we're gonna get rid of. There should be one more piece, yeah. Right here. Now, I don't think that's actually worth any more than the other ones were. So, maybe I was wrong about how that system works. I'm unsure. But let's chop down another one of those trees up there and let it fall down here. I'm gonna see if I can grab that one right there. I have been working out. Thank you for noticing. Timber! Alright. Alright, I'm going to be very conservative with this. Yeah, that's only 73. What kind of wood is this one? Is this this is Scotch pine. It's a much lighter wood, I guess. $191. Look at that. Oh, 220. Okay. Let's chop off the tail end of this one. 203. 201. This is perfectly safe. $199. All right, cool, perfect. Throw that over here so it doesn't get lost. That guy will leave there for now. Get all these. Cool, perfect. Now I wonder if I can get these at the length that I want at 4 meters now. 748. Probably not. It's probably still gonna be too heavy. 294, yeah, so we'll cut it right like there. It's 59. That math doesn't make sense. 59 and 132. Oh, I was looking at the wrong... Oh, that would have been perfect. I was looking at the wrong one. Dang. It's okay. It's okay. Gotta make sure it's in the right spot. All right. So this is another 2 trees right here. Once I get the rest of this on here. And hopefully this will put us close to our tool upgrade goal. And hopefully that tool actually does us some good. Not worried about my paint job. Well, it's actually sitting on the racks. That's fine. Or the frame, I mean. It's actually not that bad. Okay, so this one might be a little too unsafe. So we'll pull it forward like that. Yeah, that's fine. Again, we can imagine that there's red flags to let people know that it's a big load. Big, sharp load. There we go. All right, so this is our 3rd load. Is that right? I think it's our 3rd load. And I don't think this is going to be a record breaker for us. I cut some of these the wrong lengths, and I wasn't paying attention to the weights very well, so still learning, but yeah, we're getting there. Turn this in and see how close we are to getting our new toy. Excuse me, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off like that. Sorry. All right, let's see how much this is worth. And what are we gonna get? 2,000. Yeah, it's kind of that's kind of what I was thinking that was gonna be. So, yeah, not great, not bad, not great. Maybe one more load if we do it right. If we do it right, maybe what we do is we just focus on getting a few logs the right length. and we try to maximize on this one so that we get enough to get what we're looking to get, which I'm pretty sure I have decided I want to get this guy right here. I think this will help us. I think it'll help us. If not, you know, we just keep doing what we're doing. We buy the trailer instead, sell this. But I think this right here will do us some good. We can cut the slightly longer ones. And yeah. So that's the current goal. So let's keep up with the grind, I guess. Let's go ahead and grab this one, I guess. It's nice. It's right here. Nice and close. Nice. Can't get that one. It's gonna bother me. Alright, we'll get it from the bottom. Get rid of that. There we go. Alright, all cleaned up. Alright, let's get this guy cut, put him on the truck. No, they're... Well, not in this pack. Not in any of the mods that I've added so far, anyways. You can add more, yeah. That's just not as much fun to me. This is gonna be too heavy. No. I almost nailed that one. I'm gonna go like right here for this one. $171. Pretty good, pretty good. I'm actually gonna go to length for this one. $245. Damn. Just a bit much. $225. $218. $212. $200. Should be able to lift that one. Yeah, okay, cool. Don't worry, we'll put all that on there too. This should definitely be correct then. And then that one's 160, and then it's perfect and acceptable. And this one, I'm actually gonna do 6 meters. And it puts it at 176. Perfect. Good. There we go. Perfect. All right. All right. There we go. That one I cut much, much better. Let's get it loaded up on the truck. And then we need one more tree. And we should be able to get our crane and trailer crane. Crane trailer? Yeah. And then we'll put all these little pieces behind that. I feel like I'm getting better at this. Oh, just pushing it into the wall too hard to rotate it. Do that. Here, let me rotate that this way. So that the heavy end is there. Perfect. Perfect. What did I just quote? Is that from Street Fighter? Okay, hold on. That's gonna bother me. Perfect. I think you can look it up, but I think that's the perfect when you're doing the mid screen or the mid fight bonus rounds. Oh, come on. There's like a little lip right there that I'm trying to hit. Okay. New plan. Put something on top of it. Yeah, well, it's not just the car. There's the other one too. There's a car and then there's another one. But I think that's what it's from. I think. I could be wrong. I believe this is how you put an eye out. Depth perception in this game isn't the best. Yeah, I'm having trouble remembering too. Alright, let's grab this guy. Another one where I think I can do pretty good on my... I think maybe right here then. I think maybe right here then. 225. Is that what that one was? Nope, 147. Okay, well, that was good enough then. Get this cleaned up. Like that. Twitch is crashing right now. But I didn't drop any frames. Like, I was good. And I'm still live on YouTube, no problem. Yeah. So, between the view count and the other stuff that's going on, yeah, because I'm still recording, so I think we're good. I think it's Twitch. All right, back to getting this guy cut up here. Do we want to do... No. I think I want to do... I think right here is probably good. 229. I was so close. I'll chop these bits off. I don't like leaving a mess, in case you're wondering. There we go. And then this one can absolutely be full size, I think. $241. Damn, okay. I'm gonna cut from the other end because I think the thickness is good too. Let me get this out of the way so I can see where the end is. So I'm gonna cut it right here, I think. That puts that at 189 and that at 48. Okay, cool. I feel like this is a pretty good one. I want to add something on top of those, like maybe this one to weigh them down. That doesn't work at all. I think we're going to have to drag this one. I don't want to do that, but I don't think I have much choice. Because you can't really weight stuff down. Here, this is what I'll do. I'll do this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you doing? Stop. What? Okay. Physics, man. There we go. That'll work. And then put these up here. That's a thick daddy right there. Not worth a whole lot. Boy, he a thick daddy. The physics engine that they use doesn't take into account the whole model. It takes into account first contact of a model, which is a really primitive way of doing physics. It's where, like, the first thing it touches is how it interacts. It doesn't... the calculation doesn't consider the rest of the model. Alright, what else do we have here? Yeah, some of these sharper ones are definitely a little on the danger side, that's for sure. Like this one. This one's pretty dangerous. Just put it up in there like that. Alright. This is what we're going to work with. I don't think this is going to get us the amount that we need. Being honest. Just don't think so. But we're going to try. Throw these in the middle here. Every few dollars helps. All right. All loaded up for another load. Let's go ahead and get this over to the carpentry place. And see how close we are. We only need $1,900. But I don't think this is a $1,900 load. I don't think so. Yeah, 11K. So 1,850. All right, let's see what we get. $4.99. Oh, it didn't sell. I was like, that's a heck of a lot worse than I thought it was going to be. That was like anticlimactic. Whoops. All right, let's try that again. Woo! Oh, we got it. 1,500. Okay. All right, so let's make our way over to the vehicle shop then. Let's see where that's at. I think it's a pretty good ways away. We have to drive there because we need to pick up stuff. We need to pick up the new trailer. Yeah, it's all the way down there. That's not what I meant to do. Let's go back. Immersion broken. Tag place. There we go. All right, let's make our way down to the vehicle shop and purchase our new upgrade. Which direction? Oh, there we go. All right. Wait, let's double check just to make sure. It's 11,000 even, right? It is. Okay. And we have a ball hitch, so we've got what we need to actually use the trailer. God willing, all of the mods work together. Not saying I'm nervous. Also, for the stream, Twitch is having issues right now, and for reasons that I can't say on stream. But Brandon, you know why. I'm not the only person in the house that needs the internet. And so I'm probably going to cut my stream momentarily. I am going to continue recording so that I can, you know, make the YouTube video and all that good stuff. But if the internet is having issues, I don't want to cause problems. Yeah. I'm gonna cut both of them. Uses a lot of bandwidth. Just in case. But I'll at least let stream see the, if I can get down there, yeah. I'll at least let stream see the trailer first. I'll show you how it works. All right, Axles Tractor Center Equipment and Rentals here in Smoky Mountain, Tennessee. I'm gonna assume it's Tennessee. Interesting. All right, hold on one second. Let me. How do I? Oh, there it is. Open shop menu. And then yeah, we take a look at this guy. And that's what we want. Let's buy it. Let's do it. It's happening. Oh, there it is. All right, so this we just bought our little trailer crane machine. It is super tiny, super tiny. However, I believe it can still carry more than I can. So let's go get it hooked up and see how it works. Hopefully this hitch works for it. And it's hooked up. There we go. Look at that. Now it won't carry as much. We can still put the smaller logs on the back of our truck, but we can take longer logs on this guy. So let me get up to a hill here and I can show you how it works. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I will. Let's go chop down a tree just so I can demonstrate how this guy works. And then we'll get back to work on... Oh, got a little squirrely there. We'll get back to work on clearing out the farm, and hopefully we can make a little bit more money with this. Where's my farm at? There you go. Tag, please. I don't know this map very well. You know, just moved here from out of town. Don't know how to get around yet. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Calm down. Power sliding a bit. It is completely possible that this is not going to work the way that I expect it to. And then we'll just have to try to make this episode for a third time. By starting over from scratch again. Okay. Jeez. I don't know if I need better tires. I don't know. This is a lot, and it's scary. Okay, so I am still going to do a smaller tree first as demonstration. So I'm going to chop down this guy right here. Well, I say smaller. He's not actually smaller. But we'll cut this one down. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm still going to do 6 meters because I think that's like, I think that's the sweet spot for capability here. So I'm going to chop this 6 meters. And this is 723 kilograms. That might still be too large for this thing. I can't get it down there anyways. So we're going to have to cut this in half anyways. So 3 meters a piece. That should be okay. Yeah, go all the way down. All the way down. That should be enough. Let me see if I can get this guy cleaned up. Let me chop this guy. Because the bigger parts are still going to be hard for this crane. It does not look like a very heavy-duty crane. Can't get to that branch. Hello? Okay. Does not look like a very heavy-duty crane, so let's do 5 meters. It'll take us a bit to find the sweet spot here. All right, now let's see if I can get my truck over here close enough. Nope, it's a bit much. It's very hard to do this without a rear view mirror, because I'm used to being in the truck. And it cuts very, very sharp because it's so small. Just need to take my time, be patient. Very patient. Alright, let's try that. Okay. So now what we do is we switch. We have these different groups. Let me check them out here. So we could do this. That. And then we've got the little feet that help balance us better. That's good. All right, so there's that. There we go. Now this might be too big for the trailer. I don't know if this thing can even hold on to this or not. About to find out though. Oh. Wrong direction. Oh, it can, but just barely. It'll take me a little bit of time to get used to this. Oh, it's slipping. Oh, it slipped. Okay, that's okay. No. Get in there. Okay. I'm about to readjust. I'm trying to let go. It's not letting me. There it goes. Oh, you're stuck now. Okay. How about... Hold on, let me... There we go. Let me do this. Let me realign here. It is very complicated, yes. Doing it with a mouse is very difficult. All right, so now let me put these back down. Now that we're on flat ground, it's better. Go back to my group here. Down. Hold on, let me put those up just a little bit. Just gonna put them down on the ground just a teensy tiny bit because they seem to be having issues. All right. Now we're grabbing more in the middle. Closed. Wrong direction. Lift up. Up, 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 up. Wrong direction. Do out. Very slow. And then we can do... There we go. That's the way it's supposed to work. All right, so I'm gonna play with this for a little bit. I'm gonna get a little more acclimated to how this works. See if I can get up next to this one and load it as well. But as you can see now, if I actually go and I take a look at this log. Yeah, so that current value, it's perfect and acceptable length. You'll notice that it is worth considerably more than the others, about like 150 bucks. So it's marginal, and this thing can't hold as much. But we can actually make longer ones than that that are slightly lighter weight, like the one next to it. And then if I look at this one is $389, so it's worth even more than that one because it's slightly longer. So, yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna play with this a little bit longer. I'm gonna load up, and yeah, then we'll see how much money we make once we get this loaded up. And I might even load this guy up with the smaller stuff as well, so that we keep this for the big logs. All right, so for stream, I'm gonna go ahead and kill my stream because Twitch is having issues and stuff. I'm gonna continue recording this though. My plan is that I will get this all together, and we will make a YouTube video out of it. So make sure you're following me on YouTube for all that good stuff. But so for those of you that did join tonight, thank you so much. It is Thursdays. I don't really do well on Thursdays, and Twitch is having all kinds of issues. And if you're over there watching on YouTube right now, thank you. I also appreciate you. This will be cut into a YouTube video eventually. I'm going to try and really make that happen just as practice and for content creation and stuff. So I love you guys. Let's see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.